What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about giving advice, giving feedback, giving criticism, right? So one thing that I've noticed lately about people giving advice and giving criticism, and don't mind this, the perks of having babies. But one thing that I really want to talk about is the way that people give criticism, right? Or give feedback or give it advice, right? We put out messages because we want people to listen to those messages and hopefully change what they're doing, so they can be better for themselves and the people around them. However, what I've realized is that when I go through certain things in my life through experiences and stuff like that, I tend to go through things, right? I experience what I experience, and then I have the need to want to tell other people so that they would change what they're doing if they're doing what I used to do, and hoping that they will change and do something different as well. Well, the issue comes about, what I've noticed is that once we do heal, we have let's say I would have an aggressive approach to giving my message or telling people, like, saying my biggest thing right now is eating sweets. Let's talk about like drugs or cigarettes and stuff like that. I used to smoke cigarettes, and for me, I used to have chest cramps. My lips would turn a different color. My breath wouldn't smell good. It just made me tired. There was so many different things that happened when I was smoking cigarettes. So I stopped, right? I went through some things and I realized, okay, I don't need to smoke anymore. So I put that to the side. I stopped doing it. Well, after stopping smoking, I started realizing all the benefits that came from not smoking. And what did I do? I took myself to social media and said, hey, you guys need to stop smoking. If you stop smoking, this will start happening for you. If you stop smoking, this will be better for you. If you stop smoking, this, that, and other, right? And instead of giving a message that was going to help people and, teach people, it did those things, but it did it in such an aggressive approach that I'm not sure if it would actually reach people, right? I would start reading it back to myself, or, I know somebody else that would read it and then be like, why are you trying to tell me what I should be doing or what I shouldn't be doing? Or, you know what I mean? Just because you decided to stop and it worked for you, it's all of a sudden it's supposed to work for me as well. And I feel like I had to catch myself. I had to catch myself and stop and say, listen, just because you were able to grow from something, and, you were able to stop doing something or do something better in your life, doesn't make it right for me to say that someone else should do the same thing and that someone else will get the same results, right? So I've been feeling like when I watch certain videos and stuff like that, because I have another point actually. There's another point that I want to touch on, but when I watch people who are, giving advice, or they have like these quick videos where it's just like, you should be doing this, or you should stop doing this, or you should do, you know what I mean? I feel triggered, right? And I know we like to use the word triggered nowadays. It's been so washed up that being triggered is kind of just like, oh man, you haven't dealt with your emotional, imbalances. And it's like, yeah, that's actually very true. But just because I haven't dealt with it doesn't mean I'm not dealing with it. Doesn't mean I'm not working toward fixing those things, right? And so, sorry, I get so hype on my messages that I start to digress and I start to forget what I'm saying. Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I could stop and restart again, but it'll happen anyways. But that's basically what I'm saying. It's like people are really aggressive with their approach, um, and the way that they give their advice, and it's just like I don't I don't feel like you're able to get through to people, because the thing is, what I've what I feel like for me, this is what I believe. I believe that if you're giving a message that you think is supposed to help change people or give people new insight, but you're giving it in such an aggressive or rude or criticizing way, then are you really reaching the people you want to reach? Right? Because some people can't take that aggressive ass criticism. Some people need that, listen, it's okay. You've gone through what you've gone through. You've been doing this for so long. Listen, it's going to be okay. But there's some things that you need to do to do things different so that your life can change and be the way that go the way that you want it to go. Some people need that softer energy than the energy of, listen, you need to stop doing this, you think you're so great, you're doing blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, geez, like, why are you attacking me? Like, and what I feel like is that when people do that, it's like you go through the comments and stuff like that, and it's like all these people, first of all those people, I doubt actually agree, but maybe 75% of those people actually agree, and then the other 25% are so afraid to be like, man, that's what I do. That's what I do. However, there are like that 3%, the 3% of people who are like, yeah, that was me at one point in time. I decided to change and, do better and stuff like that. Those are the people who are able to take in that aggressive ass criticism, right? But you're really the 75% that's in your comments. Those are the people that are like, yeah, that's exactly how it is. Those people are just ridiculous. They do this and they do that. And then you're only getting people that you are actually resonating with, and you're not actually changing or helping to change anyone who's actually going through what you're talking about. So that was just one thing that I want to talk about. The other thing that I want to talk about is how men are bashing men. Men are trying to get men to understand certain things about women and bashing them in the process. And then women are doing the same thing. And I don't even know. It's just like, it's like, how do you possibly want people to change and do better and do things different when you're attacking them? It feels like an attack. I don't know. I am very emotional. Listen, I am very emotional. I come from some traumatic experiences. I come from some, emotionally toxic backgrounds. I've dealt with some things. You know what I'm saying? Not to say my childhood was horrible and it was like the worst and this, you know what I mean? I'm not going into all that stuff. But I have been in situations that I've had to deal with, where my emotional health was at stake, right? And you go to social media. Now, mind you, some people are being attacked in their homes by their families. And let's talk about younger kids. You know what I mean? Like some kids or some, adults, they're being attacked by their own family. Some of them are being attacked by the people they work with, they go to school with. You know what I mean? All of these different people. And then we go to social media, and social media wants to beat you down too. And I noticed that with women, you go to the page and it says the women on there, they're talking about, hey, women don't love men the way they should, and they treat them like this, and they say this, and they do this, and they do that. And it's just like, what they're saying is so true. Listen, most of what they're saying is literally facts. You know what I'm saying? But they don't say it in a way where it's like, I'm a woman. I've been in that situation where I might have said this or I might have done that. You know what I mean? Like, or I'm a woman. I understand that it's, you come from certain backgrounds and you say these things or you do these things, but that's just not the way to go about trying to be in a healthy relationship with a man or to connect with a man in a healthy way, right? No, they get on there and they're just talking about women women like to do this, and these are women talking about women. Women like to degrade men, and women don't want to be there to satisfy their men emotionally and stuff like that. And then the men do the same thing to other men. The men be like, you just want to go out there and sleep with all these women, or you want to talk bad to her, and you want to do this and you want to do that, but then you expect her to come back and do this and stuff like that for you. And it's just like, who's actually getting the help that they need? Or is it just a bunch of people that are on social media, on a platform, just, I don't know, trying to get attention for doing what they should be doing? Like, or getting the validation, like, oh, I'm actually really great. I do this, and this. So I'm getting on my social media to tell you exactly how I'm doing it and why I'm doing it so well. And then all those people who agree with me, they're going to get on there and they're going to tell me how much they agree with me, right? But what about the people that you actually want to reach, that you actually want to change? And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not judging nobody. You know what I mean? Like, everyone, you do what you do. Like, you do what's best for you. I'm not judging nobody. I speak for myself. I'm speaking for myself in a way where I get triggered. That's just what it is. As great as some of these messages are, as great as, you know, or as true as what they're saying is, I cannot connect with the message. It leaves me mad. You know, it leaves me leaving the video mad instead of like, okay, this does need to change. I do this, or I do that, which I'll do anyways, but it's just like, why? Why did you have to beat me down before you gave me the advice, or the, you know what I'm saying? And some of these platforms, these women or these men, they do it all the time. There's no one video where it's just like, listen, I feel you. I understand that you go through this. I understand that we all suffer from some type of, you know, emotional imbalance because of the world we live in, the society we live in. We all try to live to bigger standards and all this stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, somebody will try to get on this page and be like, oh, no, I don't do that, or I don't have to, you know what I mean? I know who I am. And you've always known who you were. You came out the womb knowing exactly who you were. Okay. If you did, listen, salute. Tell me how you did it. But for the ones like me who are, you know, still trying to figure themselves out, still trying to teach people without degrading them, or, you know, hurting them, or, you know, making them feel worse than what they probably already feel. I'm literally speaking for myself and for any other person out there that feels the same way. I am triggered. And I am absolutely working toward healing myself. I'm absolutely working toward being a better person. And I still listen to some of these women and some of these men. But it just makes me wonder, like, how many people are actually being helped and how many more are actually being attacked. That's the big question for me. But let me know how you guys feel in the comments. Tell me what you guys think. This was kind of just a rant. But however, I support these channels. I support, you know, I really do. I really support, you know, a lot of these people who are, you know, giving out these messages, because the message needs to be out there regardless. I'm just saying that there's just a better delivery. That's all. That's literally all I'm saying. And I'm literally learning that myself. It's easy to go through certain things and feel like you know it all after you've experienced something, right? You experience something, you know, a bunch of different times. Of course, you're gonna have you're gonna have the book of secrets, you know what I mean, that you're gonna want to tell the world so that people, you know, learn from them, you know, those mistakes, so that they don't have to go through it repeatedly like you did. But there's got to be better ways for us to get out there and like give these messages. And that is definitely something I'm working on. But if you guys like this content, if you like this information, please share, like in the comment. And, you know, conversate with me. Tell me what you think. Tell me your views on this topic. Anyways, be kind, be loving, and be true to yourself. And I'll see you guys in the next video.